What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about Sony and what they're doing as far as kind of accommodating the developers. Let me explain. So it's been in the news, been in the video game news that The Last of Us Part 1, the PC port, was hot trash garbage, doo-doo flames, right? And so that I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, wait a second. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X are x86 architecture. They're kind of just like PCs, except they're kind of not, because of this bespoke architecture that your boy Mark Cerny implemented inside of the PS5, right? What does it do? Well, it makes it go real fast and stuff, right? I mean, that's cool, but at the same time, it makes it more difficult for PC devs to get all the juice out of it, right? So my thing is, what's the difference between having something that is similar to PC but not quite, which means it's harder for devs to port these games to PC than just having a totally bespoke piece of, basically it's kind of a hybrid. It's like, yeah, sure, it's x86 architecture, but everything else is different. And so when it's streaming in the background, it's streaming differently because PCs do not have the same throughput as the PS5. Now, is it better? Yes and no. It's faster, but it's not better because it doesn't have as much horsepower as a PS5 cannot compare graphically to a 4090. Speed-wise, you could probably get a PC to do it, but it's very difficult. You have to do all these other things, right? And then there's direct storage that Microsoft is working on, which is similar to what the PS5 and Xbox Series X do. But that's not widely, spread. It's not like a common usage as far as API stuff. So, what is the difference between the PS5 and the PS3 right now? I think they're pretty similar because of, the caveat is that developers who are used to PS4 can easily code for the PS5 because it's basically the same machine, except faster. So, but when we're talking about PC ports, it's harder. I mean, look, if their premier studio, Naughty Dog, with the help of Iron Galaxy, you notice that everyone's blaming Iron Galaxy. Oh, Iron Galaxy, they suck. Oh, Iron Galaxy, they blah, 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 right? What about Naughty? Didn't Naughty Dog take this game away from Ben Studios and say, no, you're not doing that. That's our game. We gonna port the original, right? And so what happened now, though? What? Y'all didn't do the PC version? Y'all just said, nah, we don't care about PC. Is that what it was? Or did you purposefully bork the PC version in order to make the PS5 look good? It's all kind of conspiracy theories going on. My point is that if it is more difficult for devs to port over PS5 games that utilize the PS5 architecture to its fullest, which I believe The Last of Us Part 1 has done for the most part, then Sony is going to find themselves in a very peculiar situation where their PC ports are going to suck and they're going to start to be known for crappy PC ports. I mean, those are the two scenarios. They did it on purpose, or it's more difficult than they thought it would be. Well, the devs thought it would be. And they don't have a plug-and-play solution. There's no hardware, defragger or whatever. Not defragger. What I forgot. Anyway, there's hardware in the PS5 that decompression. That's what it is. There's no hardware decompression native to a motherboard, let's just say. It can be implemented through software in certain CPUs and I think GPUs, depending on, I think AMD had something with one of their chips. I can't remember what it was, but they did do that. And it is possible, but that's not the norm. And that's the problem. The norm for PCs, the norm of how they make their games, how the data flows through is different from what PS5 is doing. Now, is what PS5 doing going to be, the way that everybody does it? Of course not. Of course not. PCs have been doing it the same way for a long time. They've changed their, as far as the APUs and stuff like that. They have chiplets, and then they have just giant one chips and stuff. So there's different things that they're trying in order to, squeeze out some more performance or get the, shrink the die down a little bit, get more performant chips and stuff. And I guess faster throughput is a way, but I don't know if what PlayStation is doing is something that will be universally accepted. And that's the problem with what PlayStation is doing, because they have a bespoke system. Even though it's x86, it's still bespoke. Because if it wasn't bespoke, if it was just like a PC, then The Last of Us Part 1 PC version would not be hot trash garbage. It would be great. It would run great. There would be no problems. Easy port. But that's not the case. And it's really bad. I've never seen this many mess ups in a port. And here's another funny thing. It seems like the masses, the industry, the people who report on this stuff, as far as the media, are showing the media bias, because I don't see any of them except for Digital Foundry. They had to literally change how they would go through a game, and through this game in particular, because they were like, we can't do our Alex Battaglia. He was like, I can't do my usual half an hour going in with all the settings because this game is so much trash. I can't do it. So they literally played them. Rich was like on a PS5. Alex was on a low grade PC, I think, and I think John Linneman was on a up super fast PC or something like that. I can't remember what the order was, but it doesn't matter. They were all playing at the same time, recording it, and they sliced it all together. And they said, here's the low grade PC, here's the PS5, here's the 4090 with the i9. And I was like, oh, this game is so much hot trash garbage that they had to change how they reviewed a game. You know your game is broke when the leaders in pixel counting, well, it used to be, and reviewing the technical, dimmy-doops of games had to change how they do it. They know what they're doing. And they're like, well, we couldn't do it because it would be hot trash garbage. I mean, they should have done it. He should have done it just to show everybody. Maybe that's a little bit of bias too, or maybe he didn't feel it was fair. But I think that like IGN, all these other companies and media outlets, they're not showing their colors. They're scared. They're scared of Sony getting mad at them, not sending them systems and games and stuff. And I'm gonna be real. I'm almost about done with all these outlets. I mean, I don't go to them anyway, so it's not like I was with them. But I listen to some of their podcasts because sometimes it's entertaining. Sometimes there's news, not really, but IGN really is falling off. There's better sites out there anyway. But I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all so afraid of Sony? Sony is just a company. So what if they don't give you a free game? Buy the game. This is your job. Buy the game. And then you rip it to shreds because you bought the game. You don't have to worry about, we have to give it a good review because if we don't, then we won't get no more games. We get on the blacklist. It's so stupid. I'm like, look, if I were a video game reviewer, I would not be accepting codes and all that stuff. If they sent me a code, I'm like, well, okay, whatever. I'll take it. But you know what? If it's whack, I'm going to let y'all know. So And then you won't send me no code, and then I go buy it. And I'll go buy the games I need to review. That's it. That's the only way that you can be impartial. So all of these reviewers out there like, oh, I got a code, or I got a code, blah, 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 whatever. You know, if you got a code, I don't care what you say about the game, because you got it for free. You didn't pay for it. So your buy-in is zero. You have nothing to lose. You'd be like, it's all right. I didn't pay for it, so it was cool. When you get stuff for free, you're less critical. But if you gotta pay for something, it better be good. I'm like, I'm gonna get my money's worth. And when you can sit there and say, yo, I got my money's worth, then you know it's good, period. And that's where I stand on that. But anyway, let me know in the comments below, do you think that Sony's bespoke way of making these games, like architecture of the PS5, even though, like I said, it's 486, but I mean x86, but still, it's so different as far as the in and out, the throughput, that PCs are having a difficult time accommodating that. They have to change how it's loading stuff. An hour to load up the shader compilate? What? Come on, son, that's ridiculous. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you think that's gonna be an issue going forward. I mean, this is their biggest game. It shouldn't have been an issue, but it was, so you can imagine, right? And we just kind of getting started in this generation, kind of, sort of. 3 years in, we just get started. And then also about these media outlets, you know, you think they're scared? I think they're scared. You think they're scared? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all, and I hit you, and I see you on the next one. I won't hit you. I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it.